Hello, loves, and welcome to the Introvert Toolbox, the podcast for introverts who feel like the world's kind of fucked up, where the biggest and craziest people get all the success, and we're left wondering, like, oh my god, what the hell do we do? My name's Karen Hewitt, and I am your host, and we're going to go over systems, methods, and skills you can use as an introvert to be authentically you and be successful. So, subscribe and share this on your social media, and don't forget to give us 5 stars, and let's get started.
Welcome back to Introvert's Toolbox. This episode is all about burnout and taking mental health days because you know what? We don't take enough of them. And we definitely don't recognize them for the good that they do, especially for introverts. So let's talk about it. Hi, I'm your host, Karen Hewitt, and we're going to give you 4 tips and 4 reasons why you should start taking mental health days. And it's just one of those things that should be on your schedule, but we don't do it because we think that other people are going to we think they're going to give us a bad time. Oh, something won't go right. We'll have more work to get to. So, whether you work, you're a mom, or you have your own business, let's talk about mental health. Well, first, what is a mental health break or a mental health day? And I'm going to preface this by saying mental health break is different than a mental health day. Sometimes all we can truly do is a break, and that's okay. And a break can be for as little as an hour to 6 hours to 12 hours, or it could be a full 24-hour day. And I'm going to encourage you, even though you may feel like you're busy, stressed, overwhelmed, so much to do, that you at least start taking mental health breaks for a minimum of an hour or 2 hours a week. And this is about completely disconnecting yourself, doing something for you, relaxing, taking a minute and not worrying about stuff. And we're going to talk about why you should do it and why it's not an imposition. Let's get real. Life's fucking hard. And I'm coming to you with this as someone who works with nonprofits, as someone who's a mom to 5 kids, as someone who's neurodivergent, as somebody who is on their own business, as someone who helps people. And it can be overwhelming. That schedule can be insane. And there's times when I'm looking at going, I need a break, but I have 62 meetings this week. That's okay. That was an exaggeration. Okay, I'm sorry. But you look at your schedule and go, I can't do this because there's so much going on. I can't step back because if I do, everything will fall apart. Just like secretly, like put your hand up, just your hand up if you like felt I can't take a step back because everything will fall apart if I. We've all felt it. We've all been there. We've all had it. But I'm going to give you 4 reasons why you should take a step back and take a mental health day or a mental health break because they're vital. And these are things that you need to do for your own sanity. I'm just being honest. I'm being real. We have this hustle and grind culture, which makes you stressed out, makes you ill. You can get illnesses from it. You can get stress related illnesses. You can have heart problems, breathing problems. There's so many different things that can go wrong if you don't take time for yourself. So let's talk about work or your business or being a mom, why you should take a step back sometimes. And if you can take a whole day, great. Tell your partner or your spouse, hey, I need a day. I need to get away. There is even like mom holidays or dad holidays where you go and spend one night in a hotel, as long as your partner's prepared to look after the kids, or if you don't have kids, the fur babies, or anything like that, and just actually take a break and have some me time. Well, the first reason you want to do this is you get to renew yourself. Sometimes we have so much going on that it's really difficult to decipher our own thoughts. Everything's so hurried, it's so crazy in your head. By being able to renew yourself and coming at it from a calmer place, because everything's just, you've remembered to breathe, you've done something that's enjoyable to yourself, you've rested, that renewal, that energy replacement helps you, and especially as an introvert, because one of the reasons that we get to this burnout stage, and that's reason two to prevent burnout, is because we are an introvert and we're not taking care of our energy renewal. We're not taking that quiet time, that alone time to renew our energy, to rebuild our center core, to grow things that we need and develop. So you want to renew and replace your energy. Second, it does prevent burnout. A lot of the time, and this is where it's going to be very important for you to listen, We take mental health days when we're already burnt out. Like, oh my God, I cannot take this anymore. Fuck. Relate? Do you relate? We have to take them before we get to that place of overwhelm and burnout. Because once you're in that place of overwhelm and burnout, it takes you longer to recover. One of the things I like to say is to take one a day, at least one day a month, at least an hour a week. Come up with manageable time frames that you can take those mental health breaks and relax. And during those times, you need to do something mindless. You can't be, I'm going to take a mental health break and work on my schedule. No, you're going to take a mental health break and watch an episode of TV, a comedy. You're going to watch a movie. You're going to get some sleep. You're going to soak in the tub. You're going to do something relaxing and enjoyable. The third reason, it actually decreases your stress. I want you to think of stress like this. As you get more and more stressed, it builds. It's like you're going up a ladder. Okay. But the problem is with this ladder, it's not resting against the wall. You're literally balancing it on its end. There is nothing to rest it on. It's just going to teeter and topple. Now you can get really good at balancing that ladder and you can get pretty high because you're a trained acrobat. You've been performing this all your life and you're going to build and build and build and build and you can get to the very tippy top of that ladder and not fall. But once you're at the top of that ladder, what do you hold on to? What do you grab onto? What do you take a hold of? I want you to think about these mental health days as a ledge that you're leaning the ladder on, something that holds it stable. And by taking a break and sitting on that ledge for a little bit, you're preventing that tipple topple of the ladder. So you want to decrease your stress by not having that tipple topper. Because if your stress is at a 5 and you take a mental health break, it's easy to bring it down to a 1. Then if it's at a 10, you're going to bring it down to a 6 or a 5. That's not a 1. And if you're constantly living at a 5, it's like you're constantly on that ladder that's not leaning against anything. And fourth, and this is just the simplest one, people who take mental health days and relax and recharge are actually happier. You tend to find yourself more invigorated. You tend to find yourself more peaceful, less stressed. So in that way, you're not yelling, you're not screaming, your brain's not racing. All these different things are not going on, and you're finding yourself happier, calmer, and at peace. So just take this as a note. I want you to take a mental health. I want you to take a mental health day. I want you to rest. I want you to recharge. I want you to find that happiness within, because at the end of the day, you deserve it. And the more stressed you allow yourself to get, the more pressure that you allow to build up on yourself, the harder it's going to be to dig out of it. And as an introvert, your energy is one of the things that you need to protect. You deserve to protect your energy. I hope you found something useful in this podcast. Please tell me one of the ways you take a mental health break in the comments. I would love to hear more from you. And for now, ta-ra for now, and share with someone who may need it.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Introverts Toolbox. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you know what? I want to know, what is one thing you learned today? Is there something that you're going to take and use in your life or your business? Let me know below.